We do see more banelings up here to the north. Zerglings with one lone roach. Oh, we do have more roaches coming in here. We do see those centrifugal hooks coming in for the banelings, trying to speed it up. So it looks like SLush was listening to me through space and time, just to know that he needs that speed up on those banelings, or they're going to be pretty much useless. We do see a Zergling kind of coming around here, trying to spot out, just to kind of see if HuK is going anywhere else. Dark Shrine coming in as well for HuK here as we're moving on. Should be interesting to see. Yeah, there's a Dark Shrine right there hidden away in the corner. Should be interesting to see what he uses with that. I could see some kind of harassment coming in on one of these expansions that isn't made yet, just to get it down fast. And it looks like HuK's just kind of biding his time, just macroing up. Again, we look at the income tab. Again, SLush is way ahead with 1,800 minerals compared to that 1,200 minerals. And just sending his Zerglings around just to scout. Of course, these units are really cheap. Of course, there's this Overseer up here somewhere around to see Dark Templars if they're being made. Just kind of getting in there and scouting out. And Muta's now being made for SLush, so it looks like he's diversifying his unit count here. Just trying to get a good bunch of units surrounding everywhere. And it looks like HuK finally getting something in there. And oh, these Zerglings coming down to this expansion. This could be devastating for HuK and his income as he takes out all of these probes. With the storm coming down to take short work of most of those Zerglings as 2 do get out. Again, 14 more Zerglings being made. Very, very cheap units. And yeah, here comes the Dark Templars taking out that expansion just like I thought it would. And going after all those little broodlings who couldn't see a thing. So it looks like he's now spreading these DTs out just to kind of move them around. We do have an Overseer here, so in case he does decide to come back up, there's nothing that he can do, nothing that HuK can do, mainly because he'll be seen, especially if SLush wants to expand there once again. Again, this Dark Templar just kind of hanging out here, not showing his position by that tower being up. It looks like these Mutas just kind of hanging free here right now, just waiting it out. We do see a lot more roaches, so it looks like we're going heavy ground roach army right now. And Fester Pit also coming into play soon. And the charge, Zolot's getting that charge coming into play here in a little bit. And Storm's just coming out, really bad placed Storms there. But does take out the majority of those Mutas. One Muta left to play here as it comes in and gets taken out by those Stalkers. So a really good idea here too by HuK just to move that Templar out of that scene. We are seeing a Spine Crawler come up as well as another hatchery getting ready to be placed down here as well. And I'm sure, yeah, look at look at this play here. It's just like by magic he knew that this was going to be coming down. He had no sight of that up here. But he just came down and HuK takes down another hatchery. Look at that, 300 minerals just coming down, but all these Zerglings just coming around, taking that Stalker or that Dark Templar out with ease. That Overseer doing his job and just coming up here to see if there's any more. And it's just amazing how much Zerglings can do in mass numbers. Of course, that's why they're Zerglings, I would imagine. And again, these Dark Templars controlling the towers here, controlling the vision in the center field. Look at all these. Look at all of these Zerglings just coming down. This is just crazy. Of course, HuK does see all of them, knows that they're coming eventually. Nice wall off here on the side. And as we get up to the north here, look at all these roaches. Oh my goodness. All these roaches. Good use of shields here to keep them back as HuK tries to pull back just a little bit. But those roaches just coming around, having that concave there. And Storm's doing a little bit of damage, but not a heck of a lot. It takes a couple of those Storms, which we did see. Their HP did come down, but oh, another Storm coming down, and it looks like just walking through their own Storms here, trying to kill themselves. As we see more roaches come out. Oh, look at all these roaches come out, taking out that statue. Nobody likes those statues, I must say. And just the massive amount of roaches on the map here. We look at the unit count. We have 35 roaches, and they're all pretty much right here. as he starts pushing down south, going towards HuK's base now, taking out these zealots that kind of just got lost in the crowd. Oh, this must be so disheartening for HuK right now, losing all those forces right away like that. And bringing in more gateways, going to try and produce as many units as possible to try and counter what is coming from SLush right now. These two Zerglings just kind of sitting here waiting for something to expand up here, and it looks like SLush now having the whole side of the map to himself. Dark Templar coming in here though, gonna see, are we gonna do anything here, Mr. Dark Templar? Going around in the back here. Oh, here we go, starting to attack now with all these roaches up here. Oh, it looks like the roach is coming back, but I don't think it's going to make it in time. Oh, we do have some Zerglings up here. I think those Zerglings are going to take it out as this Overseer does come around. And, yeah, you can say bye-bye to that Dark Templar. Half life on that hatchery. Imagine if those Zerglings wouldn't have come and had to wait for these roaches. Those roaches would have easily missed this hatchery from getting killed. We do have Burrow getting in research here as well. And do we have... Let's see, where is that roach warrant? Do we have... Wow, I can't... There it is. Well, they can't move all Burrow. Interesting that we're going for a Burrow here, though. I wouldn't be surprised if we go for that. That'd be an interesting move to go with the Burrow on the roaches. Not sure if he's going to go with that or not. I mean, he is going for the Burrow, probably just for that regen on his roaches as well, because as they're burrowed, I mean, look at the 60. That comes back in like 5 seconds. That regeneration is crazy on roaches. And we do see spine crawlers coming up to defend this expansion as well. Do have some spore crawlers about. It looks like HuK just kind of getting ready to push out here. He's at a 168 compared to the 196. So or I'm sorry, 186 of SLush. SLush, of course, yeah, look at that. All of them going down, getting full health back. Really good move there by SLush to get that Burrow, just to get that HP back on all of those roaches. We are up to, we're up to 43 roaches right now. That is insane. And of course, if HuK would go with some air units, there would be no countering that right now from SLush, but SLush going all in with this Roach Baneling build. And max count now on his side as we're going to be going into some kind of matchup, as we're macroing up here, just trying to do a mass army on both sides. And we'll see how this goes, because I'm sure it's culminating to come up soon. As HuK is reaching 194 now. And it looks like SLush starting to come down south here. Yeah, look at that speed as they get off there. And oh, incoming the battle here. These zealots coming in, charging in like crazy little soldiers. And storms coming down on the left side, stopping those banelings from trying to surround. And that whole ramp gets taken out as these zealots get taken out on that side. More storms coming down, taking down what they can, pushing back those roaches. Ultras on the way with more. I'm sorry, Ultras, yeah, on the way with Zerglings. 70 Zerglings, it's such a cheap unit to come out with. But if they can get us around here, especially with these... Oh, look at this, storms just coming down everywhere, taking these Ultras out. A couple of roaches still alive, and these Zerglings are starting to come down and trying to get us around here as they start surrounding on these Protoss forces. And yeah, it looks like this could be it for HuK as these Immortals do go down. It looks like these Zerglings now starting to come down to the south, starting to come in. Will they be taking out this expansion? Storm's coming down. All those Zerglings, but the Zerglings just get fried there. Oh, that is insane. Look at all the HP on those Zerglings. If only were a few more storms, he could have easily taken the rest of those Zerglings out, but the Zerglings forced to retreat, as it looks like HuK going in and not going in all the way. Deciding just to kind of hold back, wait for his forces to get up. I mean, we lost like 100 unit count there for HuK and for SLush here. But of course, SLush is going really heavy in with these Zerglings. We see some pylons coming down here. Looks like HuK saying, "Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. We'll let those pylons die out." And all those zealots just dying out. And as we come back up here, Ultra's coming in. Oh, and just dying so fast to these immortals. And oh, that's just crazy. All those Zerglings coming in and getting killed as well. Of course, these immortals being really well there against those ultras. As long as they have the shields, they have the power. And it looks like we're just starting to push up for HuK here, going towards SLush's base, or at least one of his expansions here. And now on the creep, not having a good advantage here, and the Zerglings just kind of sprouting down. Just burrowing out. And again, one lone Zergling just up here on this expansion, just saying, hey guys, I'm kind of lonely here. Photon cannons coming up here, that's a little odd, but a Nexus also coming up. Oh, we're just defending this because we're now making an expansion. Killing off that one Zergling. As it looks like HuK wants to expand, because we look at the, we look at the income tab here. SLush is just a little ahead, but we may see an advance here for HuK as he gets that other expansion up. This gold expansion being a real boon for HuK as we head on. And this Overseer, of course, being a really good help taking out those creep tumors. We do see a Nidus network being made as well for SLush with some Broodlords, so we're changing up the tech here. Should be really interesting to see how those Broodlords fare. And this Zerg, oh, look at this Nidus Worm coming down right here behind the shadows. Oh, this should be interesting. Building up a network here just to try and get in this expansion, get the back door. More Corruptors being built up in here just to make more Broodlords, I would assume. And yeah, that Nidus Worm is fully up and running. Should be interesting to see what comes from that, if anything. And Broodlord's starting to come down. Look at this. It looks like they're going to swing a little bit, sending 3 of them off onto the side and sending the bulk of them up. And it looks like HuK was trying to advance, but saw some of what was coming, as we see on this side here. And it looks like going for that expansion. Going to take that expansion out. That one photon cannon there, not going to be doing it. Cutting the mustard here as these ultras start coming in as well. But it looks like HuK trying to retaliate a little bit, sending that storm down, pushing those units back. And Immortal just trying to get a few hits off on those ultras as this Nexus is going to go down. Down goes an expansion for HuK. And these Zerglings just kind of running out here into that Nidus Worm. And Broodlords just coming down with the Broodlings, starting to hit what they can. This expansion going down, all those probes getting taken out as we start attacking this Nexus. These Broodlords going down to those Stalkers as they were able to splink up onto that ledge there and take out what was left of those Broodlords. Broodlords now getting pushed back by these Stalkers. And looks like these Broodlords do have a little bit of advantage here just because of where they're placed. Still going out after these Zerglings. And it looks like, oh, Stalkers now coming up onto the high ground here, splitting up just a little bit, trying to split those Broodlings up, and just trying to take those Broodlords out. And up north here we have HuK pushing into SLush's base. More Broodlords on the way here. Storms coming down as we see the HP just drop on those units. Of course, not being very hugely effective against those Broodlords, but at the right amount there, we do see a lot of that HP come down. I mean, look at that. 8 HP left on some of those Broodlords, but HuK just getting killed here between the Broodlords and all of those Zerglings. And HuK just forced to retire in this matchup here. So really good play on both sides. Really big macro-esque game as we saw that SLush just going for all of his expansions on his side of the map. And, you know, Nidus Worm not really being used, but it was interesting to see it finally come out on a map here. But HuK just not being able to push SLush back. So I hope you enjoyed this Zerg versus Protoss. I know I've been showing a lot of Zerg versus Terran or Terran versus Protoss, and I hope this is a nice change of base here. So please leave feedback down below, and please make sure to subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys next time.